Hello and welcome to the next Around the World in 80 Dishes, where today I'm going to be making Thai Pad Krapow, this little beauty right here. Quick, easy, turns out, as I realised halfway through, not vegan or vegetarian this week, but you can do the closest thing to it. Let's see how it goes. Right, nice and easy first step of it. You've got to create your curry chili paste, sort of, your chili paste. If you've got a pestle mortar or a hand blender, easy to do with that. Neither, so a rolling pin and all's going to have to do. I don't actually think you even need to make this into a paste. You could just put the ingredients in by itself, but to go with as close to the authentic recipe as I can, we're getting it as a paste. Right, so you've got 5-6 cloves of garlic, and again, really down to your preference of heat, whether you want it hot or not, so as much chilli as you like. Give these a helping start since I don't have a blender. I'm going to try and get this pith out, because like with peppers, it just makes it quite bitter. Bit of a helping start doing this. And literally all I just want to do is mash it up into as much of a paste as you can. Right, whilst I'm crushing this down, might as well get my oil hot in the pan. And you do want it on quite a high heat, just so it gets everything done a bit quicker. That'll do. Obviously, if you wanted it to be a proper paste, you keep on going, or stick it in, like I say, in a blender or something like that, but the amount of effort I'm willing to put in at the moment, that'll do. Right, cool. So, you just want that in your pan, in the hot oil, for a couple of minutes, before you add anything else. Right, as ever, I'm trying to keep it on meat-free base, but you can do this with anything, you know, prawns, actual mince, chicken, tofu, whatever, but I'm just using the plant-free, the plant-based, meat-free sort of thing. Right, and then you just want to get your mince in. Let that cook for a few minutes before adding anything else. Honestly, despite the paste making, it's probably the easiest video I've put up so far. It's so quick. This video's done in literally one take. I don't even need to stop it to change things around or add anything. Just a nice quick thing to have. Realised as I've been doing this, there's been some things which have obviously been more, I guess, marketable for this, so I've obviously got more views with certain dishes than others. So if anyone's got any suggestions of what they'd actually want to see, please let me know and I'll try to do them. Instead of me doing something that, well, it's culturally interesting, isn't going to be something that you're going to cook in your own home. Right, from that, you need a bit of fish sauce, soy sauce, oh, me nice shirt, and your oyster sauce. I will be honest, the smell of the fish sauce and the oyster sauce isn't ideal. It is nowhere near the nicest scent you can have in the world, but the flavours in it are just great. I've just realised, literally just in this moment, by putting these in, it is no longer vegan. I forgot the fish sauce and oyster sauce happens to contain fish, but that's fine. You could probably take it out and use something else instead. I'm not really sure what, but there you go. This isn't actually vegan or vegetarian. For your pescatarian dreams, there we go. I'll use it for that instead. Right, then you just, if you're gonna eat the actual stock, I couldn't be asked to make a vegetable stock, nor did I get any of like the pre-made liquid stock, but a stock cube will do the trick just the same. Right, and you just want to let that simmer away for a bit now. At this point, you don't really need to add salt at this, just with the soy sauce and the other two bits having like a high sodium thing. But a little bit of sugar just to bring a bit of sweetness out as much is nice. Well, apparently I can't speak properly on this show. Right, whilst waiting on that, we'll just sort my rice out. And with your rice, you don't want to start it off with hot water. Just let it sit in some cold water for a little bit. Drain it off so you get rid of all the bad starch. And then when you cover it with cold water again, bring it up to the boil as fast as you can, and then let it simmer until that water goes away. Just makes it more fluffy than sticky. Now, if you want to do it properly, I believe the ratio to rice is supposed to be however much you use for rice and double that for the amount of water. But I'm just going to do it by eye, and it usually turns out fine. So, and obviously, heavily salt it. That's getting there. So, might as well start this rice off. Like I say, start cold, get it as hot as you can, as quickly as you can, and then just let it simmer. Right, whilst that's going down, I'll just tell you about your basil. Don't use your dry basil. You want actual, proper plant basil leaves. If you can get Thai basil, obviously that's more appropriate for the recipe, but I found that just normal basil works the exact same with it. I'll be honest with you, I'm not aware enough to tell you the difference in flavour between Thai and I guess the basil we've got ready in the UK here, but I'm sure it's a similar taste, perhaps. Another tip with your rice, leave your lid on. You don't want any of that steam getting away, because again that keeps it nice and fluffy and light and lovely. There's been a little bit of a pause between this week's video and obviously the one that I brought out a month or so ago. I have been stressing about exams, and that's why I've not been on this, but now that I've actually finished them, well I've finished the January exams anyway, I should be getting this more regularly again, so there's not 3-week wait in between each video, and you've actually got some content. Just turn that down because I'm now just waiting on the rice mainly. Traditionally, this is served with either slices of cucumber, which I didn't realise until after I started cooking I don't actually have at the moment, or your slices of chilli and lime just in the fish sauce. I won't bother doing that, I'll just do it with a side of lime as well, but just so you know, traditional wise, it's got that there. Right, lovely. So, it's coming along, that's starting to bubble up a bit, so just turn it down for it to simmer through. Now, I'm just going to add a little bit more water to this, just because it's starting to stick to the bottom a little bit. Just add a little bit of water, means you can just deglaze your pan, get all the nice bits, I guess, which are stuck to the bottom, and just add that flavour back in. And at the same time, you can add your basil in. Now, this basil seems to act a lot like spinach does, so you don't need it on a big heat to cook it through or anything like that. It just kind of wilts away with the heat and everything else. Alright, I'll just have to stop obviously just whilst things are cooking through, but it's more or less there now. Just waiting on the rice to finish off really. Ooh, that steam is toasty. And that'll just be cooked. So, all we need now, I'll just take this off the heat while I do the egg. Good splashed oil for your egg. And as ever, you just want to get your oil hot before you do anything with it. Right, and there we have it. Bam. Right, and there we have it. Thai Pad Krapow. Nice and easy, really tasty. Like I said before, if you've got any suggestions of what you actually want to see, let me know, and I'll see if it fits in with what I'm wanting to do. As ever, like, subscribe, share, comment, do all that. Cheers, please. Alright, thanks. See you next week.